Every winter, it happens again. You feel drained, unmotivated. You look outside and there's no motivation to even go outside. Like, what is even outside? I've been in my house for like a week. And what if I told you that it's not even you? Because seasonal depression is real. No matter what anybody wants to say, seasonal depression is a real thing. So when this starts to beat you up, you gotta remember that you're not the only one that's going through this. And I thought that I'd make a video with some quick tips on how to beat seasonal depression, because here in Montreal, it gets wicked. You're walking outside and you can't even feel your face. Like, have you ever felt like you cannot feel your face? Like your nose is gone, you open your mouth to articulate, but as you open your mouth, the wind is so cold that it just freezes everything on impact. So you kind of got to talk like this. And even though winter comes every year for you, for me, we still feel like we're being lazy when we don't get what we want done. We still feel like irritated. We still feel like annoyed. We still are not doing the things that we know we should do. And if you never address the seasonal depression, you can't start addressing the symptoms of seasonal depression. The symptoms is you feel more lazy. The symptoms is you don't want to go outside. You're more depressed, anxious. You don't want to talk to anybody. You're not communicative. But the actual illness, the actual problem is the fact that seasonal depression is a factor. And until we deal with that, all the symptoms are going to exist to a certain capacity. So let's get on how we could address this secret war that we're having with seasonal depression. Winter isn't just about colder weather. It's a test of your mindset, your discipline, and your ability to adapt. And if you don't know how to fight back, you'll get stuck in a cycle that kills your progress year after year after year. But here's the thing, this season does not have to break you. Here are a few steps that you can take to fight seasonal depression, because it's not gonna last forever. And we need to come to terms with that, even though it's hard to see a light at the end of the tunnel when you check the weather and another snowstorm is on its way this Thursday in Montreal. But I digress. Let's get right into how we can fix this seasonal depression. The first thing that you can do to help with seasonal depression is exposing yourself to sunlight. You don't really have a lot of time to do this. The sun goes down at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It's hectic. And even when you go outside, it's like freezing. So you don't want to stay outside. I get it. But your body needs the vitamin D. You need the light exposure. Less sunlight means your brain produces more melatonin, the sleep hormone. You feel sluggish, your motivation drops, and everything seems 10 times harder. So even if you gotta bundle yourself up to do so, just getting yourself outside and feeling a little bit of sun will do a lot of change for your entire day. And day by day, it gets better because of the light exposure that you're having. Actually getting started might be difficult, but just knowing that you can either continue to suffer and have absolutely no recourse or no solution, or you can try this thing called going outside, and it might help you going forward. The options are the options. I'm just the messenger. The second thing that you can do to help with seasonal depression, it's actually getting to moving. So start just moving around. This doesn't even have to be full workouts. Just start doing push-ups, start, doing a little, jumping jacks in your house, and going as far as actually going to the gym or doing home workouts. Getting your body moving will actually change your mood. And take it from someone that when I don't feel like doing things, I become silent. I become like the Grinch. Always remember, your mind follows your body. When you stop moving, your energy drops. I don't care if it's a gym session, a 10-minute walk, or just stretching in your room. Do something. The days you don't feel like moving are the days you need to move the most. Anything will be better than nothing. It's not about getting a giant thing done. It's about doing a little bit every single day. And if you need tips on being motivated, I just did a video on that. I'll leave it in the cards above. But it's just about getting to start. It's not about doing the most of a workout. It's about actually starting and doing a workout. And I guarantee you that'll start to change your mood almost immediately. Step number 3 is to set micro goals. And the difference between micro goals and big goals can sound scary, especially in the winter when you don't want to do anything. But if we start to pay attention to how we've been comporting ourselves in the winter, we can see that we're not doing anything, or we're doing very little. We're not doing our morning workouts like how we used to do it. We're not interacting with people how we used to do it. Even something as little as just going to the shop and picking up something, you're not really doing it anymore, but you don't realize. And staying in so much and it just creates, it like calcifies your brain and it calcifies your body. And after a certain point, you don't realize that you're not doing much. You just think that this is life. And this is how the seasonal depression maintains itself. So by setting micro goals, small things, like saying, I'm just gonna go to the store and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just go to my friend's house just to say hi. I'm gonna just stop by this place. I'm gonna stop by that place. Setting micro goals keeps your brain flowing. It keeps you active. And then you could break into the habit of doing a little bit more. And before you know it, the snow is not stopping you. The winter is not stopping you. You're actually having some progress. Maybe it's not gonna be 100%, but it's gonna be something more than what you were doing before. The fourth thing that'll be really helpful to fight versus this seasonal depression is to watch what you consume. And this cannot be stressed enough. Think about it. If you're already home, you already don't want to go outside, you already don't feel ecstatic about life, you wake up and you just feel so grinchy, eating food that encourages that attitude and that makes you feel sluggish is just gonna run you into the ground. So if you continue to consume things that are bringing you down, how could you expect to feel positive? You're already in an environment, the environment is already affecting you negatively. Then you're gonna put things in your body that's gonna continue to affect you negatively, but you're gonna hope for something positive out of it. This is like planting oranges and expecting bananas. Fix that up, and I guarantee you, your mentality is gonna start to shift with the things that you consume. Things that you consume is not limited to food. This is also the media that you're consuming. Because what you watch, what you read, who you interact with has a strong impact on how you perceive yourself. So when you're already in a vulnerable state, you just want to watch what you're consuming and what is a part of your everyday. Because when you shape your environment, you can better shape how you interact with that environment. Now, one of the final things that'll help you fight this seasonal depression is to remember why you started. At the beginning of the winter, everything seemed good. And you probably thought, you know what? This winter is gonna be better. It's gonna be fast. I'm gonna do this, and that. And before you know it, nothing is getting done. If you could just put yourself back into that mode, back into that level of excitement. When you started, you were just like, 2025 is gonna be great. I'm gonna do this, that. Right now, even if we're in the winter, we're still in the new year. So you need to find a way to remember why you started and what you are on this mission for, what you are on this journey for. Because it's at the times when you're at your lowest, it's at the times when you feel like you don't want to do anything, it's at the times when everything seems stagnant, when you should be doing the most work or any work at all. So remember why you started, remember who you are, remember why you're here, why are you even on this mission? And when you remember that, you'll inspire yourself to do more, to do better, and to actually try. Because this season is affecting all of us. Don't be the one that loses because they didn't try. It's important to remember that most people wait for motivation to find them. But the truth is, motivation follows action. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start. This is your season to prove to yourself that you won't break. So wake up, take control, and keep building. Because when the rest of the world slows down, this is when you separate yourself from the pack and you show yourself that you are possible. Show up for yourself no matter what season it is. Drop a comment in the comment section if this resonated with you and let me know how you've been feeling this winter. And just know that we're in this together. And spring is gonna come. It has to come. My birthday's in spring, so, I'll see you in the next video.